So ever since I had Rio's meatballs, I got a taste for how good meatballs should taste, right? And I just could not figure out my own recipe until today. Finally got my own meatball recipe. And so this is, I mean, they're not as good as Rio's, but that's a whole different thing. Those are like traditional Italian. This is my own spin. And that is that I used ground chicken. So I made some ground chicken meatballs last night because I saw a Parmesan chicken meatball recipe online. I was like, gotta try that. Came out fantastic. I used McCormick's Swedish meatball seasoning and I accidentally used too much water and milk because I misread the recipe. And they came out really gooey. So then I took my Dutch oven and I heated up Alfredo with the Swedish meatball sauce and combined that sauce packet with the Alfredo, and I got that hot, and then I made the chicken as close to balls as I could, and I dropped them in so the sauce was hot and it cooked the meatball. They came out so soft, unbelievably soft. I've never had meatballs this soft before. And so I had leftovers, and today I was like, well, I got New York style chorizo, went and got some 80/20 beef, and I'm like, I'm gonna mix it with the chicken. This could be really good. So I put a bunch of Parmesan cheese and Romano in there, Pimientos, breadcrumbs and milk. And the whole thing is you just gotta get it gooey enough that you can get your sauce hot and drop the meat in there, and it's like frying, frying batter and onion rings and stuff. So you drop it in the oil, it cooks it quicker, and then they don't stick together. It's the same thing. And you drop it in the sauce. Dutch oven works great. But these meatballs are really good. So the chorizo, it's in a plastic little pouch thing. And they had it on sale, that's why I got it. It's really good. I used about half a pound of that to half a pound of beef to a half a pound of ground chicken. And you can vary it anyway. So then we got like Parmesan, Swiss chicken meatball blended chorizo. And the chorizo gives it a nice spice. The chicken kind of lightens it up. And the beef kind of comes through too with the cheese. I had some Italian cheese blend to compensate for the added meats, and more Romano and Parmesan, milk, and well, as much breadcrumb as it takes to really get it to start to absorb the milk. So then it's just not just meat. And so far this is the best meatball I've been able to make. It's not as good as Rio's, I would say, but it's a different type of meatball. It's not traditional Italian. And I wasn't trying to make a copycat. I wanted my own recipe. So maybe this is my own recipe for meatballs finally.